Hey everyone, Kevin Sutmuller, aka Suddy, checking back in with you. A little bit different flavor to today's message. Um, Something pretty freaking cool happened in the past 24 hours that I've been hoping for a long time. There's really only like three material things in this world that mean a lot to me. Everything else can come and go, cars and houses and, all the crap. But there are three material things that I hold very dear to myself. One being a BMX bicycle. Not one in particular, but some sort of BMX bike. I always want to have one on hand in case I need to jump on that 20-inch and go for a ride. Get a little groove on. It's kind of like Prozac or something. So it's good for the mind when you jump on a bike and go for a ride. All you BMXers, you know what I'm talking about. Um, Number two, that ring right there. Took me a long time to get to a space in life that that ring and what it represents with the woman I'm with make me incredibly happy. Um, and number three, through an odd series of events, I reacquired, I guess, the one and only squat rack. That one right there. To me, that was the temple. In 2001, when I moved up here to Redding, California, I got to hook up with Cecil Johns. Master Cecil Johns, you could say. That man taught me so much about so much, especially as it relates to fitness and exercise, how that relates to the mind, and how you can use fitness and training to use as a medium to make yourself a better person, better human being. Um, I can go into it deeper, but then I'd have to charge you. At any rate, here's what happened. 2001, I came to Reading. Cecil trained at a place called Total Fitness. Went in there in 2001 when I first moved to Reading. We started training. We trained for 3 years together, and I learned so much in front of and under this rack, and in so many ways. I'm so appreciative for that knowledge I gained through the friendship of Cecil Johns. At any rate, after Cecil passed in 2004, that rack remained at that gym for a number of years after that until that gym was sold. Those racks stayed in the gym for a short time until a friend of mine, which at the time I did not know, until later on in the CrossFit world I got to know him, he had acquired such rack. And he had it in his garage for a while before he came to CrossFit Reading and was one of our trainers. So when we expanded into our second building and subsequently opened up another room at that second building, there was this rack inside that room that was painted white. It looked familiar, but I didn't catch it at the time what it was. So I took me a couple weeks to figure out, and then when I was in front of it one day, it just clicked. It was like, oh my gosh, the gym was always black at the rack was always black at the gym, um, but when it was in our gym, it was white. So it didn't click for a while. When it did click, I was like, no way. This man, CT, Chris Thomas, had acquired the rack from that gym, and it ended up in our gym at CrossFit Reading for a while. So I told CT if he were to ever get rid of that rack, then I would love to have it. Well, one thing led to another, and here we are, 2017, 16 years after I first got under a barbell with Cecil Johns in this rack. I acquired it. CT, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know how much that thing meant to me. So yes, this was item number three, that is a material possession that I cherish dearly. So pretty cool freaking circle of events for me, and I am incredibly honored to have this this device. So keep doing what you're doing out there, man. You never know how life's gonna unfold for you, and how it's gonna, you know, bring you such joy and happiness. So I will sign off for now because it's a pretty long video. Didn't mean to take that long, but it's what it is. So signing off from the temple, which is what that is known as also for me. Thank you, Cecil Johns. Thank you, CT. Peace. Love you. Full pull.